If you're trying to unlock the new MCC cape for the 15-year Minecraft anniversary, this is the only video that you'll need to watch. All of the solutions to the cave mysteries have been leaked, so I'll be showing you all of those in today's video, and I'll also be showing you the easiest way to complete all of the major challenges. That way you can finally unlock your cape for Minecraft Bedrock and Java Edition. We still don't have 100% confirmation that the cape will be coming to Java Edition, but the description of the Nox Crew video mentions that it will be on Java, and of course one of their staff members has said as much. And of course Nox Crew is the one actually running this event, so they should know what's going on. This video is broken down into a bunch of different chapters. I'm going to show you all the solutions to all of the cave mysteries first, and then the best way to complete all of the other challenges. That way you can get your cape as quickly and easily as possible, so skip around to whatever part you need. Now you cannot fully unlock the cape until July 28th because of the mystery cave challenges. Every day until the 28th, they're going to be adding one challenge, and you have to complete all 7. You can do these challenges at any time and at any order, and you have until August 4th to complete all of the challenges and to fully unlock your cape. You do not need to log on every day, but once you complete all 7 and you've done the other 14 challenges, then you will be able to finally unlock your cape. The mystery cave, where you can find all of the mysterious paintings, is up on this mountain right here. So if you walk out of spawn and then turn right, it's going to be right up here, and there's actually an elevator that'll take you straight up there. So you just follow this pathway and go straight up this bubble column. And then the mystery cave is right down there, and that's where all the paintings are at. You will not be able to complete these puzzles before they show up on the wall here. And again, you have until August 4th to complete all these mysteries. The solutions to all the cave puzzles have actually been leaked because Mojang once again just put all of that stuff into the texture pack, and it's like super easy to just go in there and find it. So a bunch of people have done this, of course, but the original leak that I saw was from Mooing Cow Milk. You can find their link down below. So I'm going to tell you all the solutions to all of the daily puzzles, and thanks to wirwaorwa for sending me all the painting images that you can see on screen. The solution to the first mystery is to simply wave in front of Jeb and Agnes outside of World Spawn. So you can complete the cave puzzles without ever going up to the mystery cave or looking at those or talking to the NPC or doing any of that. So of course you'll need to pull up your emote wheel, and the button for that varies depending on what platform you're playing on. If you don't see the wave emote on here, then you need to go to your dressing room, click on this little button right here, and then you should see the wave emote in here somewhere. As you can see, it's this one right here. Simply hit equip and then bind that to one of your different emote buttons, and there you go. You can start waving. And of course, Jeb and Agnes are right out front of the spawn point. The day 2 challenge is this one right here. As you can see, it is a statue of diamond eyes, and it's really easy. So first you need to buy a party popper. So go to the right of grid runners, and it's actually underneath the mountain that has the mystery cave in it. So this toy vendor in the back will sell you a party popper for 40 gold. And then you simply need to go to the Sands of Time minigame. So you don't actually need to start the game for this. You need to be inside of the lobby for the game. You actually need to use this party popper in front of that statue up there with the diamond eyes. It's really easy to get up there. You just need to head right as soon as you get into the lobby, and then there's a bubble elevator that takes you right up there. Just hop into this thing, and then it'll be right in front of you. And then you just need to use your party popper while standing on this little platform. And as you can see, we've completed the day 2 cave challenge. For day 3's challenge, you just need to head out of the spawn point and head towards Ace Race. To the left of this is a pond with a rubber ducky in it, and then right underneath this is actually going to be a hole in the ground. So the day 3 challenge has officially released right now, and it's actually a little bit more complicated. You need to swim down onto this pressure plate right here. This might say that it has completed, but then you need to actually swim down in here. And this is about, 1 to 2 minutes worth of parkour. It's all pretty straightforward. And then once you get to the very end, there's going to be a horizontal end portal, which is kind of cursed looking. And then once you go through that, your challenge will be completed. For day 4, you need to buy a disco ball. So just go to the same place that we bought the party popper from. Once you're at the toy vendor, simply go ahead and buy the disco ball. It's only 60. Now we need to pull up the teleport map and head over to grid runners. Once you're here, you need to head right, and then we're going to head left all the way down this long corridor. Basically, just keep on walking. You're going to go past this first set of little statues right here until you go up this little set of stairs. Then you're going to go up this set of stairs right here, around the corner, up these stairs, and into this room. And then you should see this purple one with the star glasses on it. And this is where we need to open up the disco ball. And this is going to be the day 4 challenge. McClunky. For day 5, you need to get yourself a cake slice, and for this one, you need to head straight out of the lobby and then to the food vendor in the very back left of the map. So we can head up to this thing right here, simply jump off of the edge, and then right over here is the food vendor. So this is the guy that you're looking for. We're gonna click on him, and the cake slice is only 20. Now that you have your cake, you want to go to the minigame lobby of Meltdown. You do not need to enter the game itself. This one is a little bit more in-depth, so you need to walk forwards. We're gonna go right through this doorway right here, and then you're going to turn left to go up these stairs, right here, and we're going to be going into that little yellow and black entrance right there. So we're going to walk across this edge, go across all of these platforms, and then do a tiny little bit of parkour right here. It's just 2 jumps, and then you're going to get into here. There is quite a bit of parkour for this one, and it's one of the more in-depth puzzles that there are. So then you're going to go up this ladder. It appears to be a dead end once you get up here, but then jump on top of the cake, and we're actually just going to jump over this little fence right here. And then we're going to continue doing some more parkour. So just go up on top of these crates and these vents. You're going to jump over this fence, and then we're going to head up over in this direction until we get up these stairs. Basically, you're looking to get yourself onto this helipad right here, where you will then eat yourself some cake. Now, there's a bunch of places that you could fail that parkour, but there's also a bunch of ways out of there, so they made it fairly easy if you do mess up somewhere. Once you're on top of here, just go ahead and eat yourself some cake, and that will be the day 5 challenge. For the day 6 challenge, you need to buy yourself a firework from the toy vendor. It's the same place that we got our disco ball and the party popper from. For this one, you basically just need to get to the very top of the mountain and use this firework, so it's really easy to just parkour your way up there, so let's just kind of fast forward through that. And as you can see, you can get to the top of the mountain. There's basically like 100 different ways to get up here, so go whichever way you want. It's fairly easy, but it might take you a minute. And once you're up here, simply go ahead and use your firework, and that'll be the day 6 challenge complete. And challenge number 7 is midway through the Ace Race minigame. And basically what you're looking for is the entrance to that pink castle right there. So I'm not going to show you the entire run through Ace Race because I don't want to embarrass anybody with my skills, but basically you're just looking for the little entrance to the castle. So it's right before the second elytra. What you need to do is walk up to this door right here and use the clapping emote. That is going to open up the door, and beyond this is going to be some more parkour. You're going to have to work your way through that parkour course, and then at the top of there is going to be an NPC. There's going to be a couple of different dialogue options, but you need to click the one that says "Kiss the Frog." It's literally just a fairy tale, and it's also kind of weird. But once you do that, that is going to be the challenge complete. And after you've kissed the literal frog, you can drop out of that doorway right here into the rest of the course, and then just go ahead and complete your run. And after you've done all 7 of those, that'll be finally all of the Mystery Cave challenges complete. And then, assuming that you've unlocked all 14 of the other challenges, you will finally be able to claim your cape. And then as long as your Java and Bedrock accounts are on the same Microsoft account, then the cape should also show up on your Java account within the next couple of weeks. And those are all the solutions to the cave mysteries. Now let's take a look at the easiest way to complete all of the challenges. So it might seem daunting at first to have 15 of these challenges, but these bottom 4 are easy, and you'll get those passively while completing the other ones. The 3 of these on Ace Race are incredibly easy to cheese, and I'll be showing you how to get those super easily with no grind. A couple more of these are also incredibly straightforward as well. So there's really only a couple of them that are super grindy. If you're just starting out, I'd recommend that you start with a round of grid runners. That'll get you a fair amount of coins, and it'll get you one of these challenges. Now, sometimes the queues for these minigames can be incredibly long. If you see it any longer than like 5 minutes, I would join a different server. Now, if it says that it has like a negative countdown timer, then you also need to relog. And if it says that it started the game and it didn't put you down into the lobby, then you also want to relog. These things are a little bit buggy, so, you know, give it some time. From a good round of grid runners, you'll get about 500 coins, which is enough for 2 of the masks and 2 more challenges. You also need to wear certain hats while completing the grindy challenges. To buy those hats, you want to go left when you go out of spawn, and that'll take you to this hat buying area. beyond the Ender Cup. Now, there's 2 vendors up here, one of which is important, the other one is just cosmetic. This right here is the guide that you're looking for. These are the beanies that you'll need to wear while completing the grindy challenges. If you're not wearing these beanies while completing the grindy challenges, then it's not going to count. There's also this vendor right here, which sells purely cosmetic hats, and these have no impact on the challenge. And of course, you have to put these things on as well, so go into your cosmetic chest and make sure that you actually apply the hat, and you'll be able to see it on you and in your inventory. We're going to start with the Ace Race challenges and the Red Rabbit. This requires you to use 50 of the jump pads, which are the red ones. You could play this game normally and do a couple dozen rounds, and that would work, or you can do it the really quick way. So you're looking for the jump pad that's underneath this kind of like lizard dragon guy, and this is going to launch you directly into the wall. So you can also just stand in this corner right here and then hold back, and then it'll just launch you repeatedly into that corner, and this is really easy. So once you feel like you've done that 50 or 500 times, you need to actually go ahead and complete the course, and once you've completed it, then it'll actually unlock and tell you that you've completed the challenge. So once you've done it 50 times and completed the course, it should tell you that you've completed it, as you can see here. Make sure that you hit that claim button, and then this claim button, and as you can see, we've completed 2 challenges now. We've completed the one for doing Ace Race and the Red Rabbits. 213 launch pads used. I might have gone a little bit overboard. The second challenge is going to be for the orange ocelots, and this one requires you to run over 100 speed boosts on the Ace Race, so make sure that you have your orange ocelot helmet on, and literally all you need to do for this one is just like walk back and forth over this one right here 100 times. Now you'll hear the little activation noise every single time, so that's telling you that it works. And as you can see, the award has been unlocked. The next Ace Race challenge is pink parrots, which requires you to use 25 of the elytra pads. This one is also super easy. So once you get to one of the elytra bars, you simply want to stand on the blue bar and then just jump up and down into the wall and do that like 25 times and you're done. And we only did 54 elytras, so I might be going a little bit overkill continuously. There's also the axolotl challenge, which is this one right here. It requires you to wear the axolotl beanie and find the lost pearl. It's hidden in a pool of water, and it's actually at the end of Grid Runners. So once you get to the very end of Grid Runners, on the left side here is the orb, and you need to be wearing the aqua axolotls one in order to get this. And then you need to click on it as well. As you can see, it'll give you the reward right here. So we're going to go ahead and do the other 2 Grid Runners challenges now. And we're going to start off with the green geckos one, simply because it's kind of the most time consuming. You need to paint 200 of the painting blocks. So it's like, you know, the 3rd challenge in. This one isn't super difficult. It'll take you 2 to 3 runs if you can do it right. The strat for this one is to go for the most common color in the painting. So if it's a mostly blue painting, you want to just spam blue. Go for the colors that there are the most of. And you do not need to be accurate with this. You can just spam the colors. Try to avoid colors that only have a couple of blocks here. You're going for maximum colorage. And once you've spammed all the paintings over the course of 3 to 4 rounds, you should have this pop up, and it's fairly easy. The next Grid Runner challenge is purple pandas, which requires you to put 200 ingredients into the cake minigame. So basically, the strat for this one is to spam sugarcane and milk, because those are like the easiest and quickest ones to get a whole bunch of. Yep, so once you get in here, you basically just want to spam as many buckets and as much sugar as you possibly can. It's a fairly easy. You just need to spam click these things, and then that should give you 60 to 80 or even more ingredients per run. And then if you do max out on sugarcane and milk, you can go ahead and collect the excess ingredients like eggs or wheat, because there is a certain amount of ingredients this can hold, as you can see there. But we still have a little bit of time left on the clock, 8 seconds, so we can grab just a few more ingredients and spam those in there. If you're quick, you should have this done in 2 to 3 rounds. And now for the yellow yaks challenge. This one can take the most time. We need to defeat 350 mobs in the meltdown minigame. But luckily, this is actually fairly easy. You can actually get this done in 2 runs as long as you survive into the later rounds. So how you do this is you simply fire your bow, and then you need to punch these guys. Now, this bow has piercing on it, so it can shoot through multiple mobs, and you can steal other people's kills. It only counts as a kill if you actually break the ice on it. It doesn't matter if you shoot them or not. Now, the way that I like to do it is I like to find a spot with like a bunch of spawners around where you can keep an eye on 3 or 4 spawners at once, and then you'll know which ones are spawning mobs, and then you can just go shoot them really quickly before other people can get to it. The first 3 or 4 rounds are kind of competitive because you need to fight with other people to get those kills. But once it gets to the later rounds, you need to start working with each other. Otherwise, you're all going to die. And this is where it turns into a very cooperative game mode, where you're going to have to actually start helping each other survive. because these guys are mean. So, of course, you'll get one reward just for completing Meltdown in general, and then you'll get your second reward for defeating a whole bunch of mobs. So, on our first run, we got 221 mobs because we played all the way through. And there we go. We've completed Yellow Yaks after 2 runs, 2 successful runs even. Next up is Lime Llamas, which requires you to give 10 gifts to other players, and you buy these gifts from the toy vendor. Now, each one of these gifts costs 100 coins, so you're going to need at least 1,000 for this, and you, of course, need the beanie as well. Now, you basically just need to go up to players and click on them. So each player can only get 1 gift, so you need to find a new person to give a gift to. And I'd recommend that you just go to World Spawn, because that's where everyone loads in. You can just spam gifts on the big old pile of people. And as you can see, once you've done it 10 times, you're going to get that challenge completed. And next up, we have 2 challenges in Sands of Time. We're going to start off with the Cyan Coyotes one, because this is fairly straightforward. Basically, you just need to collect 75 coin piles. Now, this place is definitely a maze. However, what you should know is that each one of these coin piles is player specific, so you don't need to rush to beat other players to them. And these sand things right here give you 10 additional seconds. When that timer at the top of the screen runs out, then you're gonna die. So before that timer runs out, you need to get back through that portal. Otherwise, you're gonna have a penalty and you're gonna actually lose gold and stuff like that. So make sure you get back through that portal by time the timer runs out. Now, this place is a little bit confusing, but after you've played in here a couple of runs, you should start to memorize it a little bit easier. And generally, you can just avoid fighting the mobs because it's not really useful. Now, there's 3 different directions that you can go in here. The left is the most difficult side with all the bosses and the most difficult parkour. The right is generally the easiest, and then down below is also fairly easy, but there isn't much in that direction unless you really want to go far into the dungeon and do some parkour. And then there's also forwards, which is pretty easy and straightforward as well. So that's pretty cool. And then if we step out of here, we're going to see just how many gold we collected. Of course, you'll get your 1 redemption just for completing Sands of Time in general. And then we got 60 coin piles from our first run. So we just need to go back in there and get another 15. And once you've completed all 75 gold piles, then you will complete that redemption, basically. And the next redemption for Sands of Time is going to be blue bats, meaning that you need to collect 100 sand. And again, this is going to rely on you just kind of memorizing the layout, kind of running around the place as fast as possible. Now you can start to ignore those gold piles. You should have more than enough gold now to last you forever. So just run around and purely collect sand. We got 61 sand from an entire clear of the dungeon, so you have to do it at least twice. And once you've ran around the Sands of Time a whole bunch of times, you will finally complete the blue bats. If you want to see a complete run-through of the dungeon and how to do everything in 1 to 2 runs, then check out my stream linked down below. Share around this video so that other people can get their cape too. Drop a like and maybe even subscribe. But thank you so much for watching.